Hi everybody, welcome to Whatever You Want Jordana. Today, I'm going to do a video on my Pandora jewelry, mainly my bracelets and charms because I just took my charms off my bracelet and my bracelet is black. And I just had it cleaned at Pandora. They did not take my charms off my bracelet to clean. They just cleaned like everything together and my fingers are black and everything from taking off my charms. So I thought that I would show you guys how to do it at home cleaning and then at the same time show you how I'm going to arrange my bracelets differently. So what I've just done is I got a bowl. This is a bowl. There's some water with dish soap inside. So there's some dish soap. I'm going to put my bracelets in. Just like that. And I'm going to put in the charms that I find are really dirty. It's pretty much all of them, except I'm not going to do the ones that have pearl because I don't want to ruin them. So I'm literally, all my charms are here. So I have a lot of charms, everybody. So I'm just going to like put them in here. My silver ones are actually not that dirty. It's really like my golden two-tone. I had just like separated everything into style like kinds of charms and now I'm just dunking them into this bowl. So I guess that was kind of pointless. So you kind of just want your stuff to soak. I'm gonna do my clips too. I feel like everything is so dirty, even my pavés. So even your, your pavé lights, you want those to get clean as well. Anything you have really, except for pearl. I mean, I guess with like this kind of situation, you could put pearl. Let me just show you what this. So this is my bowl of 2 bracelets and charms. So I'm gonna let that soak for a moment. I've decided to share my story with you about Pandora. So I had mentioned in a video or two that I'm no longer working at Pandora. There's been many questions as to why, and I've kind of been like avoiding those questions. So I'm just gonna say why I'm not there anymore, for my reasons and my experience that I had. I started at Pandora like a little over 3 years ago, as a shop and shop. Shop and shop is like the retailers that you have, and while I'm talking and letting my charms soak in this water, and I'm just gonna like move them around a little bit. And just so you know, I also have a toothbrush. So this is a soft bristle brush. So I'm going to just leave that there and I'll show you how to scrub them. So it started off as a shop and shop, and actually not even. I started off working in a jewelry store that had Pandora. Like we had a counter of Pandora. We were a gold dealer at the time. And, it was pretty successful at that store. So then the owner decided to invest more and go into shop and shop. Shop and shop is when you walk into like a multi-brand jewelry store and there's a full-on section of Pandora where it has like the white furniture and it says Pandora and stuff like that. So that went really well, and he was doing so well with Pandora, he decided to start opening up like full-on concept stores. So I was a really good salesperson, and he decided to put me as a manager in one of his new concept stores. So this was fantastic. I moved my life. I bought a car. Like I did things in my life to like be in equivalence to that job. I helped with the buying, the orders, setting up the store, hiring the staff, training the staff, selling, like anything that had to do with like opening a new store. I was there. I did. I had a trip that I was supposed to go on. I canceled it. Like I put my life on hold, didn't go back to school, became the manager, and I loved it. I was so happy. It was quite a challenge because even though I've always been like a third key or making schedules and like sort of having like a lot of authority in stores and like not authority, but seniority, I've never been a manager. And I was really thrown into the deep end of the ocean and sort of like left alone to swim for a while. Stores, it's like it always did really well. We always reached, the objectives, and the customers were always so happy with the service. And I developed, customer, customer-client relationships, and people knew me by name, and people were coming to say hi, and, you know, they were requesting me to sell to them, even though I, you know, told them, oh, no, like, my girls are just as good. They wanted me. And that was a really good feeling, and it really helped, you know, like, it helped me feel confident in my job. So having said all that, I was working in an area, I live in Quebec, which is a Canadian province, and there is a lot of politics in this province, like bad politics. All of it has to do with language, and it's kind of like racism and language. So the racism is kind of like, it's English against French, and the French are the seniority in this province right now. And anyways, I don't want to get into like the politics of where I live, but needless to say, where I was working was predominantly French area, and being an Anglophone and an English-speaking person, some of the people, some of the customers felt that, you know, it wasn't right for me to be where I was because of my English accent. And people would come to me on a daily basis and ask me about my name, Jordana. Where are you from? Oh, you have an English accent. Oh, you don't know how to speak French properly. You don't understand what I'm saying. You don't know this. You don't know that. You shouldn't be here. And it just became like, I would take it really personal for a long time. And then I just decided, like, it's not personal. Like, this is my job. I'm here. If they don't like the fact that I'm English, like, that's kind of too bad, but I'm doing my job and I'm still speaking their language and I'm still being really nice. But then it just became too much. It became so hard to the point where I would like leave work crying. Customers would be so rude and verbally abusive towards me that like the dynamic for me in my job just stopped. Like I was unhappy. I was stressed out. I was feeling like attacked on a daily basis, and I just could not do it anymore. And unfortunately, I did not have how do you say it? Like I didn't have people who supported me and backed me in the company. So people that were higher than me should have had my back in certain situations and did not. And it just created a very uncomfortable situation. So I decided to part ways with Pandora in the working way. I still love the product. I'm still very excited about the new and upcoming things. Actually, I'm going to share a secret with you today. And I will carry on my interest in love and passion for Pandora just because I don't want my negative work experience to reflect on how I feel about the product, because at the end of the day, it didn't work for Pandora. I worked for somebody who invested in Pandora. So I don't want my judgment to be based on the company because it's not. I didn't work for like the full-on company. Like it wasn't Pandora that hired me. They're franchise stores. So I don't know if you guys know that, but they're franchised. So they're all different owners. Anyways, so I'm going to go into my charms and I'm going to start scrubbing away. I'm going to show you what to do. So here is my bowl. I don't have anything on my fingers right now. I'm just going to use a normal toothbrush. I'm going to start with my bracelets. It's very lukewarm water, and I'm just going to sort of scrub very gently on my bracelet. So you can see that sort of soap suds are starting to get created. And see those little black marks? I don't know if you can see it. That's from the gold. I don't know why gold does that to silver. I don't know if it's going to come off. Bowl like that. So I'm just going to take a paper towel and I'm going to sort of like dry them while trying not to drop any. So I'll show you what that looks like. So these are all my charms. I'm just going to take paper towel and sort of just like, I actually prefer to do it like this. That might scratch them though, so And I just dropped one. So those are most of my charms. I have a few more on my counter over there. So I'm going to string them onto a ribbon and show you what I have. So I'm going to start with two-tone. So I just have a normal ribbon. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a knot on one end. This is just like, I feel like maybe it's going to be easier to show you guys all of my charms. Ribbon. I organize them from two-tone to gold to the two-tone clips. And then all of my spacers. And then my pavés, enamel, silver, and then clips. So, I mean, I can go through them all. So I'm just going to show you like this. These are all of my charms. There's a lot, obviously, and I have like 3 bracelets. 1 two-tone, 1 silver, 1 oxidized. And I also have 3 leather bracelets and a necklace. So actually my oxidized bracelet's like in my office in the other room. So yeah, so those are all of my charms. It's quite the collection. They're all hanging on a ribbon right now. I can actually make like the Pandora necklace. That would be really heavy. It's really, really heavy. Like this is like no joke. Like it's like a pound, it feels like. I don't know. So I mean I have the new clips, and then a best friend butterfly that's with Mima, my suitcase from LA, where it says LA on the back. My silver ones, I have the Buddha, the strawberry in the middle that I got when it was retired actually, and I have a frog and a forget-me-not. Here are my enamel, the new limited edition heart, and then I have the smooth heart. Here I have the gingerbread man, the evil eye, the enamel flower, and then the enamel pink enamel heart. Let's go this way. The Black Friday present, limited edition present. There you go. The 2 clear pavés. And then here we're going to get into my spacers. Okay. For my spacers, I have quite a few because I am a big believer in them. Here are 2 champagne spacers, 2 clear light spacers, 2 champagne spacers, and I have 4 cabochons in different colors. So onyx, amethyst, moonstone, and pink opal. I have a 2-tone spacer, and these are sort of all falling off of the ribbon. These are my 2 two-tone clips, the sunburst with the gold, a flower, the new heart dangle, and the heart, braided heart. These are 2 gold spacers with chalcedony stones, the 2 new open heart spacers in gold, the 2 least expensive spacers in gold at $85. They're little flowers. My star, my purse, and then I have, whoops, the cupcake, the heart of gold. This one's called Heart of Gold. The Princess Carriage. Princess Carriage. I have the dragonflies, the dewdrop with onyx, the limited edition from last year, Stella, the Lucky Clovers, the Queen Bee, and the stars. Okay, that is quite the collection of charms. And I also have 2 safety chains, both the two-tone ones. So what I wanted to do was remake my bracelets because they've been the same for a very long time. I've not been playing with my Pandora, so I figured I'm going to do that now. I'm going to take the ribbon away. So in my last video with my cousin, the way I did it was I organized charms, and I sort of like put into categories how like what I wanted for each bracelet. So like for instance, I know I'm probably gonna possible to have sort of like a multicolor silver bracelet and then a two-tone gold bracelet. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start off with my silver bracelet. So it's just a plain silver bracelet, and I'm gonna pick and choose and sort of like create something. So I'm gonna leave the camera down so that you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so this is my silver bracelet. It has 3 sections. The way I always start with building is I make sure that the clasp is always towards the right, because when I put my bracelet on, I put it on like that. So anything facing forward or facing in the right direction has to be from the right on. So these, I'm going to go with no Murano because the majority of my Murano are scratched. My 2 stoppers for this bracelet are going to be the 2 pavé ones that I have, so the star and the heart. So those I'm going to have right here on the side because I know that I'm going to be using those. So I'm going to just put those here for now. And I have to choose a focal point. So I was actually thinking of using the new limited edition heart as a focal point. So I'm going to place that in the middle. So you have 1, 2, 3 sections. The middle section's obviously the middle where you're going to want all your charms to be. So here's my focal point, and now I'm going to build around that. So I'm going to use spacers as well. And with that, I'm going to do pink and white. I might not like this, so I might end up redoing it, but this is just how I'm going to do it for now. And then to sort of complement that pink and white, I'm going to do a pink charm here and a white charm there. So that's going to be my center. And then I know I have my 2 clips. And now I have to concentrate from working inside out. That's how I do things. So I have 3 dangles. And actually I will stick a dangle in the middle just to throw things off. I'm going to put my blue one for some extra added color, and I'm going to put it right there. I don't want that to be my focal point. It's going to be like a side point. And then, so now that I have one so close to here, I'm going to use my gingerbread. This is going to be one weird bracelet with all these different colors. I'm going to use my gingerbread and put it right there so that it's going to complement the evil eye. And then I'm going to start with some basic sort of silver charms just because there's already so much color right here. So I'm going to go for 2 that are the same shape and size. So I'm going to go for my frog and my strawberry. And after that, I'm going to use, that was there. I'm going to use, I'm looking at like a pile of charms that I have like over here. So these are, I don't know if you guys can see them. No, you can't, but I'm going to use, after the silver, I'm going to put my limited edition with Forget-Me-Not, because those are sort of the same size as well. So I'm going to do that like that. Silver on silver, yeah. Then I'm going to use some more spacers. So I'm going to go for my two other colored cabochons. I'll put the black next to the red just because purple and red do not look good together. I have two heart charms, so I'm going to use those like that. And then what I have left is one dangle, a Buddha, a suitcase, and my pearl charm. So I'm actually going to put my pearl charm all the way at the end of the bracelet here because when cleaning the bracelet, it's the first thing you want to take off. So just for like easy sort of access, that's what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to sort of just leave these two out for now because I still have my safety chain and I want to see how much room that's going to take. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide my bracelet away from my charms, keeping the order I made. I'm going to put my safety chain on first, like that. And then I'm going to start, obviously this is the closed end, so you're going to want to start here, not where you have your pearl charm. So I'm going to start with the heart. And I'm starting to already notice that I've got some room. So I'm actually going to stick the suitcase in next to the Buddha, next to the forget-me-not and the frog. That actually, see, that doesn't even work. So I'm going to take out the suitcase. Actually, I'm going to take out the frog. The suitcase is kind of more. So as I explained before, you want to have your bracelet like that, all your charms facing that way where the clasp is. So I'm going to want the same thing for the sides of the charms. All right, and now I'm going to put my clip. So I only have that much room between the clip and the bracelet, and that's perfect. Otherwise, it would be too tight. So now that I'm looking at it, I'm kind of feeling like maybe I should move this over between these two. No, I'm going to keep it that way. So now I'm going to start with I'm going to continue on with the center. And if I have extra room, I already have some charms on the side that I know I'm going to use. Which it is starting to sort of seem like I've got some room in the center. But I don't know how much room that is. So I'm going to stick with that much room between the clip and the charm for right now, just to finish off the bracelet, and then I'll play around more. Okay, so I'm actually going to move. I know I said I wanted the pearls on the outside, but I don't like round on top of round. So I'm going to just put them here. It's still close enough to the end so that when I close my bracelet and I have my safety chain's not going to be sitting right on top of the pearl, so it's not like round on round. I hope that this is somewhat like visible to you guys. Man, this is hard to close. Okay. So it seems pretty good. Did I do it right? I did. So that's how it came out. I actually only ended up putting 2 dangles on this bracelet instead of 3. I'm going to leave my butterfly one for my other bracelet. So this is my center. It's a bit loose in the center actually, but I kind of still like it. So that's one bracelet. And now I've got all these charms left, all of my two-tone charms and gold, and I'm gonna be doing my two-tone bracelet now. So here's my two-tone bracelet. Okay, here's the bracelet. again, the clasp is going to be on the right side so that when I pick up the bracelet to make it, I know it's going to be according to the way I put on my bracelets. So I definitely want to have my pavés in the middle. And I was thinking of maybe using my pendant on this bracelet. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe. It seems really delicate because I did have my gold Murano as the focal point, but I really don't want that anymore. So I have to choose a focal point. And I really don't know what I'm going to choose at all. If I had the engagement ring charm, that would have been my focal point, but I have yet to receive that as a gift, so we'll see. I feel like this bracelet's going to be really hard. I'm gonna, if you're not 100% sure, you can do like a sort of test on just one end of the bracelet to see how the charms look next to each other. Like, I feel like that looks so strange. So I'm already like, okay, that's not gonna happen. So what I may do of that. So I'm going to start with not round because I have round there. So I'm going to start with my cupcake and my queen bee. Like that. And then I'll do my two tones that have black in them. Then I will take my two gold spacers. Then I will do these two shapes. They're the same shape. Then I'll go back to maybe, I don't know, there's some small ones here, so I'll fit those small ones. And yeah, I don't know. It looks like it's kind of tight. So I'm gonna start with that. And that's my other one. I've got all these charms left over. I do have those leather bracelets I was mentioning, so I'll see about those for another video. So there's lots of editing to be done because this is already 47 minutes. So I hope you guys like how I made my bracelets. This one I'm not too sure about. I might redo it. But yeah, just to show you how my eyes work for Pandora and how I like symmetry and balance and things like that. So that's the last one we did. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see y'all soon. Ta-ta for now.